Just arrived at the Sydney International Airport and it's currently around 7:30 a.m. The flight actually reached around 6 a.m. but it took me about 1.5 hours to clear the airport security. So I'm currently making my way to the train station and to take the train to the CBD area and to leave my luggage before proceeding to do what I plan out for the day. So I'll update again later. I've just arrived at the central station, and as the name suggests, there's a lot of different trains heading to different areas at this station, and it's going to take a while for me to familiarize myself and not get lost. But since I only had about 2 hours of sleep on the plane and the night before I only had about 5 hours of sleep, I shall leave that for the next day. I'm currently making my way to the hotel to get my luggage, but upon exiting the station, I managed to see the hotel that I'll be staying for my second half of the trip. You can see over there, Great Southern Hotel. Alright, so I just left my luggage at the hotel. Initially, I had plans to visit the Shadow Bakery, which is quite some distance away, but I think I will just forget it and probably visit there some other day instead. So as of now, I think I would be walking all the way to take a ferry to Manly to check out the area over there. There's a weekend market over there, and there's an interesting wormhole over there to check out. Currently en route to Manly, which is located in the northeast side of Sydney, and the quickest way to travel there is via the ferry, which I'm currently on right now. Something interesting to know is that if you are looking to get a direct trip to Manly, you should go to Wharf 2 to board the fast ferry. It should cost around Australian $8. Initially I went to Wharf 6 instead, and they run a cruise service where you travel to different locations, to different ferry terminals. So that alone will cost about $42. So if you are looking to save up and have a faster direct trip to Manly, go to Wharf 2 instead. The ferry journey to Manly offered an amazing view of the harbour and the ocean, which took about 10 to 15 minutes. Immediately upon arrival, I made my way to the Roller's Bakehouse for my breakfast. I believe they opened back in 2018 and they sell mostly French pastries.
Yeah, and then your iced coffees, do you have that cinnamon one?
After contemplating for a long while, I decided on getting the spinach feta as well as the honey ham and cheese pastries along with a regular cup of latte. I first started my breakfast with the spinach feta. The cheese on top was crunchy, which contributes slightly to the saltiness. If savory is what you are looking for, this is it. I think there's some pesto used in the filling as well, which I can taste. For the honey ham and cheese, it doesn't taste special to me. The ham and cheese filling are all concentrated at the center. It costs twice as much as regular croissant and would rather get that. Not saying that it tastes bad, the croissant itself is crispy even though it has been left out for a while. After breakfast, I proceeded to walk along the Manly beach towards the Manly Wormhole, which is about 1.5 kilometers away. The weather was perfect, the sky was really clear. It was approaching winter. Despite that, There were many people playing volleyball and surfing even though it was pretty cold. The walk there felt really chill and slow, which was something I really appreciate when I was there. At the end of the beach, there's a seaside pool open to public, and I believe that it's made out of seawater. To navigate to the Manly Wormhole, you will need to navigate the rocky terrain towards the rock with Love QVC on it. As you wander, you will come to the entrance of the narrow tunnel. Walk towards the light at the end of the tunnel and you shall be greeted by a beautiful view of the Tasman Sea and the crashing wave. After the Wormhole, I made my way to the weekend market of Manly. It was divided into two main sections, a section selling apparels, homemade crafts, paintings, and another selling homemade and homegrown food products. If you're at Manly and you go to Watson Bay, you have to come to Wharf 3. There are no clear signs saying that there's a ferry direct to Watson Bay. Don't worry, just come here and just wait for the ferry. It's worth mentioning that you should get your credit card ready as you will have to tap to board the ferry. It's huge. After arriving, I immediately began my plan of hiking the South Head Heritage Trail. The trail was relaxing and it offered a breathtaking view of the Tasman Sea. Clear sky, and the historic Hornby Lighthouse. So the reason that I came to Watson Bay is to look at the Hornby Lighthouse, but as you can see, it's under restoration work, so it's not available. After hanging around the area for an hour or two, I made my way back to the hotel to check in before dinner. For the first half of my trip, I stayed at the Central Studio Hotel. The clip you are watching now is basically me showing you around the hotel. Overall, it's really clean and has most of the basic necessities. Room was spacious and I was able to dry my clothes when I leave for the day. Didn't have a good view of the outside, but that was fine. This place is known for its relatively cheap rice bowls. As I was starving, I got myself the double Wagyu beef large rice bowl. shrimp breadstick. I spent the rest of my night walking the streets of Sydney and came across a pub known as the House. They were having some sort of a dance night, and I stood there watching people perform for a while before making my way back to the hotel to call it a day.
There ain't nobody here at all. Calm yourself, of course. Picking up some awful dust. Now you point that gun the other.
That pretty much summed up my day one, and I shall see you in the next video.